The first sale of the week that I woke up to is a sale on Etsy. So recently I did set up an Etsy. I had originally, when I started my Vendoo, signed up for the monthly membership. Really liked it. So I wound up signing up for just the full year because you save some money and you get access to like a lot more features, and it's like cheaper in the long run, which means there's no like limit on how many marketplaces I can have. I'm already seeing the benefit because I'm getting attention on Etsy, and this is actually a vintage little Disney pin from my childhood. This one took 89 days to sell. I mean, it's only been on Etsy maybe, I think I've been on there like 3 weeks now. I had it listed for $9. Someone bought it and I made $7.41 on this cute little plastic Pluto pin. I have 3 sales to go over, and actually all 3 of them from yesterday that I'm about to talk about are ones I have no money into. So first item I have here is this pair of Birkenstock clogs. So these actually are from my personal collection when I was 16. So that was 2005. So summer 2005, I went on this like youth program through my school where we got to like go to Europe, and we went to Germany and everyone got Birkenstocks. So I've had these since the summer of 2005. And honestly, like, I've barely worn these. I have a pair of Birkenstock clogs that I've had since I was 15 and they're my absolute favorite things. I never liked these ones quite as much. So I decided to list them because I mean, they're in very good condition. The only thing is like, this is peeling up the tiniest bit, but that's just from like age. But these have a lot of life in them for sure. I've had them listed really high, like not really knowing like what to expect from these. I've gotten lots of likes. I've sent out lots of offers, but with no like reciprocating like action on the other end. They were listed for 103 days. Yesterday, someone on Poshmark sent me an offer for $45, which I was very excited about. I don't remember what I paid in Germany all the way back then, but I'm happy that these will actually have a life now. So I wound up, after fees, I'm gonna make $36 on these. Next, my dad had told me that my mom had seen like a bunch of free stuff on Facebook Marketplace and he had went and picked it up. And this was just one of those things in the lot. It was really random. I was like this close to not posting it, but it wound up selling in 3 days. So it's just a black Nautica little polo here. It's a size extra large. I didn't think it would sell, let's put it that way, because I've listed something Nautica before, I think. I don't know. Like I said, only listed for 3 days, and someone yesterday sent me an offer for $7.50. So I will make $5.42 on this polo. This last item is another item from my personal collection. I got this many years ago from ThredUp, and this is from Disney Parks, and it is this really cute like tropical tie-dye Mickey Mouse tank top. I think it's so cute. It just doesn't fit anymore. I think I listed around 10 yesterday on eBay. Someone sent me an $8 offer, which I accepted. And in 13 days, I made $5.89. I have a few Sunday sales to go through with you. We have Luigi joining us this evening. Nothing like overly exciting, but a couple ones I'm glad to move along. Okay, so this is from my sister-in-law. I almost didn't list this. Even stained, I thought someone would want it. So this is from Free People Movement. It's an extra small, and it's this jumpsuit. So it's like, it's got like joggers, and it's like sleeveless with a hood in the back. I want to see if you can, there's a zip pocket. The Free People Movement, it's definitely here somewhere. Oh, there it is, right on the side. So the reason I almost didn't list this is because I think she wore this painting at some point, and there's like paint splatter all over it. However, I know some people like that look, and I mean, this is more like lounge wear, comfort wear. So I was like, you know, because of the brand, I actually think someone might want this. So I listed it pretty low, and it has been listed for 76 days. Today I got an offer on Depop, and I was like ready for it to go. It was boosted, but because I have Vendoo, I do have free boosting on Depop for the month. I got an offer for $9.90, so I wound up making a profit of $8.81. Next is a small sale. This is a bra I had sourced, and I almost didn't list it because when I got home, like, I realized the condition was not as good as I had realized. So I'd sourced this bra for $3.05, and it is from Soma. This is their Endless Wireless 36 Triple D. I just noticed when I got home, like, there were some stains from deodorant. I was able to get them out, but overall it just had a little bit more wash wear than I would have loved. So I was like, I don't even know how much I could get for this. It's been listed 26 days. Today, someone offered me $8.25 and I was like, please take it. So I only wound up making $3.94, which is more than if I hadn't listed it. Last sale is a sale I made for my dad. I sold this pair of, actually, I'm just gonna this pair of Sperry's, a navy blue leather topsider Sperry. I think they were a size 11. They had been listed for 24 days. I think I had them listed close to 30. Today someone offered 20 on eBay. So I asked my dad and he said, sell them. He will get $15.97 for those shoes. Okay, once again, I have a couple sales I need to just insert photos of because I don't know what it is about July, but July has decided this is the month and needs to really kick us when we're down. We had to take Phoebe to the emergency room. She is okay, but it has been a month. So I have 3 sales we're gonna talk about. Nothing like super exciting. Our first one here is from the American Leather Company, I think it's called, and it was this paisley leather purse. This was one that my dad had found while sourcing for me. I had $3.40 into this bag. It was listed for 67 days. I want to say I had it listed only around like 25 just because like it was a really nice bag. It didn't really have a brand to carry it. And I remember I've gotten some $10 low balls and I didn't think it was worth the $10. And last night, someone offered me $20, so I accepted that. Like I said, in 67 days on Poshmark, I made $12.60 on this purse. These next 2 sales I'm going to talk about came through this morning. So this first one was another Poshmark one. So it's from the brand Kaleigh, K-A-L-L-E-I-G-H. I'm not really familiar. It was a jumpsuit, kind of had like a paisley print to it. It was just like a rayon jumpsuit. It was a size medium. This was one my sister-in-law had given to me. I didn't really see anything as far as reselling goes that was like super special about the brand. So I listed it for $17. On Poshmark, I got a $15 offer, which I accepted. So in 22 days, I made $12 on that jumpsuit. And then this last one we're going to talk about really quick before I go through what I have here is a belt. This is a belt that my dad had sourced. He had gone to a estate sale where he got a bunch of belts and the average cost of goods for each belt was $1.43. This one was like this brown snakeskin belt. It was really pretty. Actually, I'm surprised how long this one took because it was my only snakeskin belt in my closet because anything that I sell that's snakeskin seems to go really fast. This one took 31 days to sell. I probably had it listed around $20. I got a $14 offer on Depop, which I accepted. Depop is boosted this month and I made $11.40 on that. Now, I can show you what I got here. I actually have 2 Poshmark and 2 eBay here. So this pair of jeans that sold on Poshmark actually were in a very recent thrift haul. So this is a pair of Levi. These are from Levi's and this is the wedgie straight jean. They're a 16W. These were new with tags and they are like a cropped black denim and there's distressing at the one knee. I got these at a recent 50% off sale at a local thrift shop. So I did have $5 into these. I had them listed for $35. This is actually my first time sourcing the wedgie fit. Typically, I only buy the 501s. So it was nice to see these sell so fast because these sold in 7 days. Like I said, I listed them for $35. Today on Poshmark, I got a $29 offer. So I wound up making $18.20 on those jeans. Next sale here is actually another belt that my dad got. This is a women's leather studded belt from Fossil. So this is a Fossil belt. It's actually very cool. I will say this is not the first time I've sold a Fossil belt, and the belts from Fossil always seem to be really, really interesting and well made. It is genuine leather. It's a size small. He had paid a little bit up for this one. It was $4.25. I usually yes Fossil belts for him because I feel like any Fossil belt I've gotten, I've sold. I forget what I had it listed for, but somebody today offered me $18, which I accepted. It was listed for 33 days and I made $10.27. Next was actually a technically full price sale, but it was something I had listed very, very low. Again, something else from my sister-in-law. So it's a strapless little like corset style bra because it does have like boning in the cups here. So this is, can you see that? It's Savage X Fenty, and this bra alone didn't have the best comps. I feel like this isn't a great reselling brand as far as bras goes, but she also didn't give me the straps. So I didn't want to list it high. The size was a 34C. So I actually listed this for $11.50. And I didn't even think I'd get that much for it. But someone after 7 days did pay full price, so I made $8.89. Last sale here is from my brother-in-law. He gave me some of his older pants, and this is a pair of like cargo joggers. And the brand is just Sonoma. They are in really good shape. There were no stains, no rips. I listed them for $15. Today on Poshmark, someone sent me a $10 offer. I had them listed for 15 days and I made $7.05. Before I head out to drop off some packages this morning, I did have a few offers come in that I accepted. 2 eBay and 1 Mercari. First eBay sale here is for a belt. It's got like this pretty big buckle. It's like a braided leather. I'm pretty sure this is a vintage belt. It also has one of these like silver tabs, which I find that this type of belt does sell. It's from another, it's like another line Inc. is what I think it says here. This one had been listed for 74 days. My dad had sourced this at an estate sale for $1. So this morning when I got an offer for $12.50, I did accept, so I made $8.75. This next sale, I kind of lost money, but I don't really care at this point. This is a KKW fragrance that I did sell for my mom before, and then someone returned it on Mercari, which you're not supposed to make returns on Mercari. Let's put it that way. So this is the Oud scent from the Crystal line. My mom had used it twice and didn't like it, but since it was used, it could only be sold on Mercari. It had sold for $160. I guess it was sometime last month, and the person realized they bought the wrong perfume. They wanted a different scent, and instead of owning up to their mistake, they told Mercari that it was like an expired bad smelling perfume. So Mercari allowed them to return it, which I think was really messed up because like it wasn't my fault that they bought the wrong thing, but whatever. Anyway, this was my mom's. So my mom had made $121.18 on it, and I had already Venmo'd her that money. So I wasn't gonna like un-Venmo my mom and ask for the money back. So I had $121.18 into this, and I had relisted it when it came back 28 days ago. This morning, someone offered me $128. So that was technically more than I had Venmo'd my mom, but because of fees, I'm technically in the negative $6.80 on this perfume, but I'm just glad that it's going. Last year, I do have a kids item, and this is a little corduroy dress. It's from Minnie Bowden, and this is a size 11-12, and it's just really cute, like rosy pink corduroy dress. It has little pockets. It's got buttons. I love Minnie Bowden. I just bought Phoebe a Halloween Minnie Bowden shirt on Facebook Marketplace like last week. But we have a lot of stuff. This was, I have kept some Minnie Bowden stuff for her, but some things I'm like, I don't really need this. We can sell this. I did source this dress in a lot of kids' clothes I picked up at a yard sale. The average cost of goods in that sale was $2.08 an item. So in 27 days, I made $14.10 on this. I just made another sale on Mercari. This is a little like crochet cardigan. It's kind of got a shark bite hem in the back. It's short sleeves. It's really cute. It is from Delia's. It is a size large, and I had sourced this in a 99-cent sale. I've had this listed for 108 days. Today, I got a $15 offer on Mercari, so I accepted that. So I wound up making $11.89, and it's really lightweight, so I think it'll be really nice for this transitional time of the year. I sold another belt. I feel like all of a sudden I'm randomly selling belts, and it's another one my dad got. This is one that's sold on Etsy, which I didn't think belts would sell on Etsy, and it's fun because they come through as full price there. So this is actually a women's red leather belt. It doesn't really have any distinguishing marks other than the fact that it says genuine leather on the back, size large. This came from a estate sale. My dad got a bunch of belts. The average cost of goods per belt was $1.43, and they were all vintage belts from the 90s, so I had cross-listed them all onto Etsy, and this one specifically has been getting a lot of attention, and it came through as a full price sale for $23. After 30 days of being listed, I made $18.69 on this belt. I have 2 orders I'm about to package up. This first one is, again, something my dad sourced. So he got this at the same yard sale. He got the Coach bag. If you saw last week's Coach bag I sold, he got this at the same yard sale. I think they had it listed for $5, and he asked me what I thought. And I said, if you can get it for less than $5, sure. Otherwise, no. And I kind of thought, just from the picture he had sent, that it was going to be vintage. It is not vintage. It is what I'm going to assume is supposed to be a purse that's replicated to look vintage, which I'll say it's very pretty, but the way I was able to kind of decide it wasn't vintage was, so like it's very clean, but it has this tag in here that says polyester, and I'm pretty sure it says like made in China. I don't know. Everything about it was screaming like replica, I guess, like, which is fine. So I didn't want to list it too high because I don't know. I felt like he probably didn't have a high dollar value. I looked up the brand. The brand didn't seem like anything super special. So I listed it for $19. I didn't really expect to get very much for it. It's been listed 10 days. Today on Depop, I got a $12 offer, which I just accepted because if I had thought it was something a little bit more special, I'd want more for it. But $12 for 8 seemed about right. So I wound up making $7.83 on that. Next is a full price sale, which is always exciting. This is a pair of sandals I had sourced at the Goodwill $2 sale. These are the brand Bear Traps, which it's not a brand I was super familiar with, but they looked like barely worn. I don't know if you can see, but these they're really like good looking shoes, barely worn. These are a size 10. They're the Danny sandal. Like I said, full price sale. I had them listed for $29. They were only listed 21 days, and full price eBay sale today. So I made $21.49. Okay, this next eBay sale is one that I made for my mom. So this is actually a purse my dad had got her at I guess a yard sale a few years ago. And this is like a vintage 90s Dooney and Burke purse. It is really pretty, but I don't think it was really my mom's style. I listed it for her. There were a lot of these, it felt like, online, and it felt like ones that were not black and were colors were a little bit more rare. I listed for $49.99. This morning I got a $40 offer. So in 2 days, she will make $32.74. Okay, I have a few slower, smaller sales and then one really quick sale. So last night, I was just like on my Poshmark and I was sending out some offers on really old inventory that I just wanted to get moving. And one of them I already packaged last night, and it's this men's 2XL Def Leppard shirt. I did have $3.99 into this shirt from my local Goodwill. It was listed for 101 days, and the issue with this shirt was it did have some staining on it that I didn't realize when I bought it. So I kind of marketed it as like a DIY, like you really, like it was a nice shirt, but like you could have like cropped it and like kind of made it a new shirt, but it definitely was a little bit of a project. Like I said, I was trying to get this moving. I sent out, I think, a $10 offer. Somebody countered me $9 and I accepted on Poshmark. So I wound up making $2.06 on this, but I'm glad to move it on. Next item here that I sent out a pretty low offer on is this golf squirt. It is from, you know, that little brand. It's Callaway, so it really wasn't anything super special. It's a size large. It's this teal color with like golf season kind of coming towards the second half. I wanted to get anything golf related moving. This was something my sister-in-law had given me, so I didn't have any money into it. I had sent out an $11 offer last night, which was accepted. So after 111 days, I made $8.05. Okay, this next one is a Madewell sweater. So this is a size large, and this is actually a sweater I had gotten for myself at a local thrift shop. It was during a 99-cent sale. I wore it a few times and I didn't like the fit of this specific sweater, and I didn't think, as far as like Madewell goes, it had a lot going for it. It is a cotton viscose nylon blend. It's from 2014, so it's a little bit older too, so I didn't expect to get very much for it. Last night I think I sent out an $11 offer and someone countered me 10. Again, I accepted. I only had 99 cents into it, so in 131 days I made $6.06. Now we have our 1-day sale. This came through on eBay last night as a full price sale. So I actually am so happy. So one of my most recent thrift hauls, I did find a Honey Love bra in the wild, and I can confirm they sell fast because this one sold in a day. You can see it right there. It says Honey Love, and I feel like they a lot of times have like this marking on their bras. This is a size large. This was called their Silhouette bra. I do have a Honey Love bra. I like it, but I rather would have sold this one than kept it for myself, even finding it for $4.99 at the thrift shop. I listed it for $26. Like I said, it came through as a full price sale. I listed it a little bit lower than other sold comps only because it does have, it's very faint, but on this, like, it's more velvety. There's some color transfer from whoever previously owned it. So I didn't want to mark it like as like excellent, like new condition. Other than that though, it really is like new. Someone had sent me an offer on eBay yesterday for $15 and I like had to be like, this is too low for this item as far as a reseller goes. And I was like, it's so tempting always to like accept an offer when it's like a slower sales day, especially because like these like really slow little sales were all I had gotten. And I was like, no, I'm gonna counter them back to 20. And they declined my offer to 20 and I was like, oh well. But then I woke up and saw that someone had bought it full price, so. Intuition. I just sold a coat on Depop and I wasn't super surprised because this one has been getting a lot of notice on Depop. I didn't sell it for very much. I only sold it for $15. This is from Fossil and it's a size large. It does have like some staining. There's like pretty significant like markings on it. It is like a nice, like almost like, I don't know if it's corduroy. I don't know. It's some sort of double-breasted coat situation. I have no money into this. This I got for free from someone who had it posted on Facebook Marketplace. It's been listed for 20 days. I only had it listed around like $22 or something just because like of the staining. I knew I wasn't gonna get too much. I got the $15 offer on Depop and Depop, the shipping prices are really, really high. So I already knew whoever was buying this was probably paying like $12, $13 alone to ship it. Like I said, I had no money into it, so I wound up making $13.60 on, I guess, is this my first jacket I've sold of the season? Maybe? Okay, before I start the recap for this current week, I did make one more sale last night. Last night, I was just like messing around, trying to think of some ideas how to bring in more sales because I didn't have like the biggest profits this week, but I did make a lot of sales and I am trying to just like work on like clearing out older stuff that is just gonna sit forever if I don't get it moving and like starting to move more summer because we are getting to that point where like I'm ready for fall. I decided to run my first ever sale on my eBay store. We will be going away the weekend of the 1st for like a long weekend away for a wedding. So I decided starting last night I was going to set a 20% off sale through the 31st. And like not long after I set that sale, I actually made a sale on eBay. It was a really small sale, but it was a very quick sale and it's something that sold in only a day. And it was this Chico's Palm Tree t-shirt, size 4. I listed this really low because it had a stain, like a greasy kind of stain, and I was able to get the stain out with OxyClean, but like the way I OxyCleaned it, it like removed a lot of the metallic from this like graphic detail, so I had to like list it as like very faded. Still like a quality shirt, but like not as like maybe like flashy as it once had been. I had sourced this for $2.99 in one of my most recent thrift hauls, and when I set that 20% off sale, it was listed for $11.20, so someone bought that, like I said, within a day. So I wound up making $5.67 on this Chico's top, which it was basically a graphic tee, which with a lot of fading, so that was fine for me. So as far as my sales for the week, I did wind up having a total of 29 sales, which might be one of my biggest sales week to date. If you are new here, I just started reselling in February and I kind of just like went all in on it. And again, one of my highest sales price weeks, not one of my highest profit weeks though. So my sales came out to $704.51. And some of those sales I didn't make the biggest profit on, which is why I'm saying it's not my biggest profit week, but I did get a lot of inventory out, which was great. That was something I was very happy to do. I wound up having profit of $333.79. Like I said, it wasn't my biggest profiting week, but getting out some older stuff, getting out some smaller stuff, just I'd rather make room for better products and have the money coming in to then put into better new inventory. So the breakdown of my sales, of the 29, 8 were Poshmark, 12 were eBay, 3 Mercari, 4 Depop, 0 Curtsy, and 2 Etsy. I will say I did get a very exciting email today from eBay saying I am officially one of their top rated sellers. I don't know what you have to do to get that rating, but I know it's like a big deal and you want to keep it. So I'm trying to tiptoe as carefully as I can now that I have the top rated seller status on eBay. I genuinely have been so happy on eBay. It was something that I was the most scared of when it came to reselling, and it has been my #1 platform by far. As I'm filming this, so I didn't even say this was the week of this 19th through the 25th of July. So we're really at the end of the July right now, and I'm having a very good sales month considering it's like a slower time of year overall. And you know, the economy is, I mean, you guys know. For the month so far, my sales have been $2,124.94, and of that, I've made a profit of $1,270.25. For the year, my sales are sitting at $9,497.23 with a profit of $5,988.29, which I was wondering if I'd hit $6,000 in profit by the end of the month. And as of right now, it's the 26th. So ideally, I just need like 1 or 2 sales and I should be able to hit the $6,000 profit, which is super exciting. I'm excited to see what this sale does as far as like sales on eBay. Like I mentioned, I will be away for the weekend next weekend, but Scott's in the wedding. I'm not in the wedding, so I'm planning on just like sitting down at my computer and working a lot next weekend. So we'll see what kind of sales I wind up with. I should be able to probably finish up the video for the week and film it while I'm there, hopefully. We shall see. And yeah, let me know, how has your July been looking? Are you starting to do this switch from summer to fall? I'm really trying to list anything I have left that's like fairly summery, because I know, like, perfect example, I literally have a wedding this coming weekend. Like, I know like weddings season's still happening, and I mean, I haven't even gone out on our vacation yet. Our vacation's next month, so even though like I'm ready for fall temperature wise, like I know we still got a lot of heat left, and I know it's still gonna be hot into October. As much as I just want to cuddle up in my cozy stuff, I know we have a lot of heat left. See you next week.